Walmart and Target just made a huge announcement. And with this announcement, it is going to frustrate millions and millions of Americans. I'm going to break down what they just announced and why every single person, whether you shop at Walmart or Target, doesn't matter. Every single person is going to feel the effects of what they just decided to do. So I'm going to break all this down in just a moment, explain what is going on. But first, before I do, all I ask is one thing. Takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates. And now, let's begin. So if you have gone to Walmart or Target recently, even other stores like Home Depot, Lowe's, Dollar General, you've probably seen something at the front of the store. Well, this is what Target and Walmart want to get rid of. They want to get rid of self-checkout. But why? Because over the past few years, every single store was going to self-checkout. Even Costco now has self-checkout. And the crazy thing about this is, the reason why retailers want to get rid of self-checkout is because they've seen an increase in thefts. Just Target alone reported last year, I believe, they lost about $500 million from thefts due to self-checkout only. That's crazy. Look at this. It says Target pulls the plug on self-checkout amid shoplifting surge. Now we'll get to this in a moment, but Target's not the only store. Target is following Walmart and makes quiet self-checkout switch in major policy U-turn. This is something I have been warning you on for quite some time, that with Target and Walmart, even stores like Walgreens, they were locking up their inventory. They were putting it behind glass. They were sticking it behind the counter. Now, it made no sense why why stores are going to opt for self-checkout when that is part of the reason why we're seeing thefts, but yet they're going to lock items up behind locked glass. It made absolutely no sense. And now Target and Walmart realize they made a mistake. They spent, millions and millions of dollars, probably even billions of dollars on self-checkout machines, which are now probably going to end up in the trash. Yeah, it's a problem. But look at this. I want to play this clip from TikTok. Look at this. I thought this was very interesting.
Are there any people that can check me out? I'll be honest with you. If I check myself out, I usually steal something.
The guy said, is there anybody that can check me out? Because I'll be honest with you. When I check myself out, I usually steal something. That's kind of what happens. And it's not on purpose all the time. I've seen it before where people just have a cart full of stuff, go through the self-checkout, and at the bottom of the cart, they realize, oh man, there's still something in there. And then now the fact that, especially here in Washington State, where we charge 8 cents a bag, many times, you don't even get a bag. You take the items, you start scanning them, you put them back in the cart just as you had them, and then realize, I don't know if I scanned everything. And then some people don't even recount. So they knowingly walk out of the store either overpaying or underpaying. In most cases, they underpay. Let me play this one for you as well. Look at this, because this right here is Home Depot.
This is the new checkout at Home Depot. It's now become like all the others.
You can't read it.
8 of them open to do self-checkout, and they have one checker. Wow.
Now, why is this important? And why did I say in the beginning of this video that every single person, whether you shop at Lowe's, Home Depot, Walmart, Target, you're going to feel the effects of this? Here's why. According to experts, they say when, not if, but when self-checkout goes away, it's going to reduce theft. That's good. But it will likely increase the wait times for customers. This is going to cause customers to become rather impatient and somewhat dissatisfied. It says stores will inevitably get rid of self-checkout, but they will not replace self-checkout with cashiers just yet. There's going to be a lag where retailers are going to eliminate self-checkout, but when they eliminate self-checkout, they're going to fill those spots with actual shelves. They're going to put more inventory in there. Okay, this is interesting because this is something we've talked about before as well, where stores are actually feeling the pain because of tariffs. So what are they doing? They're eliminating shelving space, but it's usually on the outsides of the stores. They try to keep the shelves in the front because that's what everybody sees. So now what we're hearing is stores are going to eliminate the shelving on the outside of the stores, right, on the far walls, but they're going to bring shelves closer, sell more items closer to the register. They're just going to get rid of self-checkout and put more items there. Interesting. But they're not going to replace the self-checkout machine with an additional cashier, at least not yet. And I know I've been talking about this quite a bit, is tariffs and the possibility of a recession, or what the Federal Reserve said just today, potentially stagflation. But what we are going to see is customers aren't going to be coming into the stores as much, most likely over the next 6 months. As a result, stores don't want to take self-checkout away to reduce theft and replace it with a teller or a cashier that's simply just going to stand there and do nothing the majority of the day. Again, if we're trying to become more efficient, that's not the best way to do it. Now, self-checkout, I understood it was a great idea, and there's still some cases where it makes sense. But like in this video, it has 6 or 8 self-checkout stands right here and one cashier, one worker to monitor all those different stands. It's just not enough. Now, I want to read this to you, okay? I want to read a little bit of this article right here to you, okay? Let's start. First off, it says, like several other retail stores, the Minneapolis store has been hit with huge losses due to shoplifting, but says the checkout change is all about helping customers get in and out smoothly. Here's the crazy thing. Long before self-checkout, I think we went into stores, came out of stores, it was fairly smooth. No issues. But then self-checkout came, and now it's, okay, what we did in the past, decades just didn't work. It wasn't efficient. Customers were not satisfied. Customers, I think, are satisfied even if somebody checks them out. But what they don't want is to stand in a line for 15 minutes waiting to get to the front to finally put their stuff on the belt, to finally be able to cash out. That's the problem. I want to read you this as well. It says, Target has been grappling with staggering losses due to what retailers call shrink, a term that includes shoplifting and inventory errors. In 2023, the company reported nearly $500 million in shrink-related losses compared to the previous year. That is huge. So shrink, $500 million in shrink-related losses. That means shoplifting and inventory issues. Keep in mind, if an item mistakenly gets rung up, and let's say it's a penny, like it happens all the time in Home Depot, happens all the time at Lowe's, happens at Walmart quite a bit as well. But when that happens and there's nobody there to verify it, what do? Well, you just buy it. You buy it for a penny. This is inventory that was supposed to be pulled from the shelves, but yet it wasn't done. And so you buy it for a penny. Now, if they go and look at your receipt, you bought the item. It is your item. You paid for it. There's been an exchange. That is what a purchase is, an exchange. You get an item and they get money. Whether the compensation is fair, that's irrelevant. But keep that in mind, because Walmart, when you go up to and you walk out the store and they ask you for your receipt, and then they say, this is wrong. This isn't supposed to be a penny. Well, that's what I paid for it. You want to see my receipt? There's my receipt. Okay? And out the door I go. Simple as that. Now, here's the thing. More and more retailers want you to come back, want you to fix the errors. Well, no. I paid you what you were asking for it. If it's an error on your end, that's your fault. Stores want to stop that. So what we're about to see, and again, it's going to cause many people to be frustrated, because what we are about to see is longer lines, which isn't going to make people happy. That's not great customer service, but that's what we're going to see, at least temporarily. Because according to this expert, that is what's going to happen for the time being. They won't be replaced yet. So we'll see what happens moving forward, but let me know. Are you seeing any self-checkout stands in your area shutting down? I'm already seeing it. And I can tell you right now, people are not happy because they got used to it over the past 4 to 5 years, and now it's going away. So let me know. But again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.